Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that say to go with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, cause there's no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state you can get it. I done seen everywhere.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bradford's Vikings going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
Thank you, Larry. It's hard to believe this place first opened 20 years ago in 1996. Bank of America Stadium, that's where we're at in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. They come up in an offset eye. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they try the right side here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bradford now. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even adding a little extra at the end with a short run. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Stewart on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. 3rd down here.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. Second down, 8. Now a second down throw for Bradford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And this one's incomplete. So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
They come up in an offset eye, and they'll go on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. On the return, here's Dree Archer. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
$10 yards still left on second down. On 2nd and 10, Newton looking for his running back, and he's got it. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and now it's second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
To throw on second down is Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On first down, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Back to throw, Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Third and long, it's Newton. He's got time. And this one brought in by a man who missed all of last year, Kelvin Benjamin. They convert on third with a gain of 22. And now a first down following that long gain. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now the Panthers get set, third and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Now Newton on third and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
It's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Diggs in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is Archer. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Newton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Newton now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Sherrill's to return it. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Bradford on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, Bradford again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darryl Worley, the rookie, picked it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Carolina getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receiver. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Here's Newton now. It's Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action now. Bradford. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball to the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The 2015 Pro Bowler, K'Wan Short, forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for the veteran fullback, Darrell Young. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Julius Peppers in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Second down, Bradford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Bradford from the gun on third down. And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there at 22. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third down and 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll run it here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to... I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A play fake. Bradford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Bradford. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
I can't help but admire what Julius Peppers has done in his career. Remember when he was just simply a hand in the dirt defensive end that rushed off the edge and created havoc? How about the transition he's made to stand up outside linebacker, added some pass rush moves, drops into coverage occasionally, but what does he do best? Go get the quarterback. His 2nd sack of the game.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Stewart is the lone setback. From the end zone, Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From his end zone, Newton on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Carolina. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Sherrills. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Tackle made there by Mike Adams, a strong safety.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun, Bradford. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It's brought in by Floyd. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Floyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And that makes it 14-10. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Now Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1. Couldn't get the ball.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Newton on third down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Here's Newton setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be a Carolina first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Dance class notice, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back?
what you
on
need
that
for a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They come out here in the eye. The slot man in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down here at the 35. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Diggs in motion left.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. A recent memory, the Panthers have made uptown Charlotte a very tough place to come into and get a victory, but they were able to get that done in this one. Not an easy task.
In their sprint to the Super Bowl in the 2015 season, they didn't lose a game in this stadium. So this is a monumental achievement to roll in there and beat the Panthers.
So for the Vikings, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.